Hey guys, it's Carter again, back here with another part of Bioshock. At this point, we have just broken into Fontaine's... Oh, I think it was his... What the hell is this place called again? It's like Fontaine's little back area. Because we're still looking for the lot 192. So I had stopped like right as soon as that elevator opened. So yeah, I was preparing for a fight here. So I've noticed that a number of the splicers in the area have started having these like electrical augments, electrical piping through them. So a lot of like my spamming electric bolts and shit like that is not working as well. So I have to start using other things in order to do damage. Oh my god, this was really annoying. But I'm pretty confident now that the crossbow is basically my #1 weapon that I use. Because it kind of acts like a sniper rifle. I think I mentioned this before in the last part, but it can basically take out pretty much any enemy with one shot. I mean, obviously that also depends on how heavy I upgraded the crossbow, which I've already maxed out the upgrades for it. So yeah, I'm finding that these splicers of the Tommy guns are a lot harder to kill than pretty much any other enemy. I think that's by design. I think they're meant to be like mini boss threat level enemies. So just checking around the whole area before I moved on. So this part specifically, we decide to move on further into our story of getting ourselves out of Fontaine's grasp. And we get pretty far in that. So, I like that statue. Who just puts up a statue of a bear? God, I'm gonna get fucking copyright claimed for this as well. So, smart Mark. I'm surprised he's using wrestling lingo there. That kind of gave me a chuckle when I read that line. I still have to check out the rest of this area because I didn't bother looking around here. I never seem to use the trap bolts. I don't know why. I was very paranoid that something was going to come out of that glass wall. Because that's not something you usually see in this kind of architecture. So if you're running through an area here and there's no enemies in sight, that kind of means that once you get to a certain point, enemies will start spawning behind you. So I kind of knew that was going to happen at some point. And I guess I'm just not confident in my jumping ability to try and jump over these tripwires, despite how... Oh my god. Just wasting all that ammo. Feels bad, man. we got here? Electric Flesh 2. So I deal more damage with electric attacks, and I take less damage from electric attacks. And there's one dose of lot 192 right there, and I thought, oh shit, is this over already? Which is not. This was interesting.
The compound is taking hold. The effects of the mental suggestion are now gone, but there will certainly be side effects.
So, the side effects is that I can't choose what plasmids I can use. So if I try changing the plasmid, it won't work.
I should have known you would need a larger dosage. You will have to locate another dosage to fully remove the effects.
Good. Now go find Suchan's lab in Artemis Suite. In there, no doubt there will be more of this lot 192.
And so every time this blue flash happens on screen, it changes what plasmid I have. And it can choose basically any plasmids possible, like not even plasmids that I have. For example, I think it's giving me Winter Blast 3, but I've never even bought that one. So it will try and give you ones that you haven't unlocked yet. Oh my gosh. So now, yeah, I've never bought Target Dummy. So that's another one that I found out about. Then going back the way I came, yep, more people spawning, so... These guys, specifically. These guys with machine guns, probably the hardest to hurt. I don't know what their class is, or what their sort of name is, but... yeah, those guys are no joke. I feel like I need to take a lot more pictures to get more research upgrades. Luckily enough, there was no new enemies that spawned back in this area, so I thought there would be. There's also the remnants of the grenades that were back there. Enrage was another one that I had never picked up before. So this kind of state that my character is in was like one of the first times I was able to actually test out a whole bunch of new plasmids. So if you try to go back to the Gatherer's Garden, where you can get all your new plasmids, you try to do that in this state, it won't work. So I have to just stick with whatever they're giving me. See, it's probably not the best time to use this. To use that one, because it didn't really do anything. It's better using Rage when it's around, when you're facing multiple enemies at once, because then they'll attack each other. I think I decided to take a picture of this guy, because why not? So I got more, another upgrade for that guy. Again, I always have to reload at the worst times. But yeah, I found the crossbow has been probably the most useful weapon of choice so far. Now, I thought that the plasmids that would change every so often, I thought that was based on some sort of formula. But no, I think they just give you a random one every single time you get to this point. So, making our way to Apollo Square. I still don't think we're at the end of the game yet. Like, I think after this, there's still probably like 2 more parts that we have to get through. Bleeding ghosts. You mean the stuff from Fort Frolic? I feel like they do, because that's the closest thing that you can find to that. Alright, so we're going into Apollo Square. So this one is kind of like a more fucked up, messed up version of Olympus Heights. So yeah, so this area is like completely destroyed.
Welcome to the circuit. I was so angry when I came down here, but my God, I had no idea. There were armed men all over the place. I saw a woman climb over the fence trying to escape. One of Ryan's guards pointed at her and she lit on fire. Just like that. What's happening here?
Okay, so at this point, things are starting to devolve, starting to break down. So we're getting to the part of the story where I think we're getting close to the beginning of the game, actually, in terms of how far these audio logs are starting to merge with current events. Yeah, Cyclone Trap was another one I have never picked up before. So I think this area also had 3 new Big Daddies, so I had to pick up. I have to save some little sisters here as well. I couldn't really figure out how to use Cyclone Trap, so I couldn't really use it. However, just being able to kill these Big Daddies with help of other enemies in the area is always a better idea. It's already full of damage, so I'm pretty sure I was able to kill him with this. Panicking and just taking pictures, that's all I do. But at least I killed him, so that's all that matters. I think there was 2 little sisters in this area, but I can't remember.
You saved me.
So if you hear moving around in the background, Eden's in the room as well. So usually whenever I'm recording this, Eden's at work, but we're recording this on Canada Day, so Eden's off work right now. I probably should have used target dummy a lot more. So I felt like that would have been a much more useful skill. But I always just stuck to Electroblast and Incinerate, so... or Electro Bolt. This one I don't feel like it worked, but I don't know. And the times that it takes for your plasma to change on you, just the time it takes changes every time, so.
Ay, Dios mío, un milagro.
Oh, the worst time for it to go out. So many of these natural explosives in this area, it's ridiculous. There's Enrage, another one that I never used. I thought that was an item, but I guess it wasn't. So this game does have a lot of backtracking, and this area specifically, there's a lot of backtracking back and forth through this area. So... also, there's a giant whale on your head. That's pretty crazy. Ugh. Yeah, so there's the Gatherer's Garden. So if I tried... and I missed this diary because of this fucking quote.
I bribed one of the gorillas at the gate to let me...
It is too dangerous to re-engineer your plasmids in the state Fontaine has for you. You'll just have to make do with what you have.
Yeah, so you can't use Gatherer's Garden until you get rid of the stuff with Lot 192. So... I missed that. I missed whatever the fuck that audio log was gonna tell me.
to protect all of our freedoms.
Now you're talking, Barry.
There's barely any warning whenever this happens as well. So every time the plasmids switch over. There's another Big Daddy, so from what I remember there was only 2 in this area, so yeah, I did a quick check there. Weird on the I think I mentioned this before, but on the capture, when you're capturing through PlayStation, the PS4, the share button, some of the noises when you're reloading your weapons doesn't work, like it doesn't play. This is a record where I actually don't die at all in this part. So both of these battles with Big Daddies, I actually managed to survive. This is probably not the best one I could have gotten at that point. Doesn't matter, I'm still able to kill him. This requires me to use all of health packs. And finding out that an enemy is just around the corner to shoot at me, so... I mean, I guess I'm improving.
Thank you.
So, Cookie was able to get both little sisters in this area, so that was good. Now on to Artemis Sweets.
She's so stuck up, she is. I'll show her what happened.
They put the turrets in the most annoying places. You know you're gonna get hit as soon as you run out there. But I will say I'm kind of disappointed that both Apollo Square and Olympus Heights kind of look... They pretty much look the same, stylistically. Like, it's the same kind of, like, long row. Sorry, I just smacked my phone. It's the same, like, long row that has, like... I guess train cars are supposed to be moving along these tracks. But, like... kind of looks the same. Find twice the film on destroyed security cameras. Could have used Winter Blast on that, but I decided not to. The, what's it called? The crossbow actually does probably the most amount of damage on, crossbow does pretty much the most amount of damage on, security cameras and on pretty much everything, actually. So I think, yeah, crossbows turned out to be one of my favorite weapons. I never trust any of the corpses I see nowadays, because they could all just stand up and attack me. Another target dummy. Alright, so if I remember correctly, something weird happens on this next part, which I guess is like, it's like your mind playing tricks on you or something, or like, maybe it's because of the plasmids, but I'm not really sure. But as soon as you get into the Artemis Suites, you kind of start hearing things.
All that gratitude?
And you'll see what I mean when we get in here. Hopefully, it'll still have the noises coming in.
I know you. I didn't mean to.
So what I want to know is, because everyone always said this game is the spiritual successor to System Shock, I want to know if this is in the same, like, timeline. Oh. Here's Enrage again. Enrage kind of sucks, so... So it took me a couple tries to kind of figure out where this fucking camera was. Couldn't find it on the right side, so I had to go around to the left side. Also remember to check every single... Oh. If I shut my mouth for a second, you can probably hear it. Oh. There it is. So you start hearing like voices in your head once you get to this area. I think I understand why. I think it has to do with the story. There's the camera. So once I found that camera, I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I'm okay to come in here now. Something that I noticed is on the right side there's a shadow that you can see from underneath the fucking, what's it called? Underneath the steps up there you can see a shadow lying on the floor, which I guess that is another person faking pretending to be dead until you walk over there. But yeah, that shadow's not supposed to be there. Then when you get in here, you just start hearing like little girl voices all over the place. So I guess this place had something to do with the little sisters. Yeah, so this area is pretty fucked up. Honestly, I'm still standing by the fact probably there's an area in this part that's probably the most fucked up area. You'll see it. It's little nitro splicers. Yeah, that probably wasn't the smartest decision, Carter.
Listen to me.
I don't know these guys. I feel like they have some kind of armor. This next room has some pretty messed up stuff in it. I have a feeling that body would come awake if I tried to. So there's no subject in view, but I know that's bullshit. This is one of the few times where the camera does not move back and forth as soon as you walk in the room. As soon as you walk in, it's gonna get you. But this is Su Chung's office, I believe. I feel like this was the old area where Su Chung was working on the Little Sisters and Big Daddies. And there's another. Fucking kill that turret. Now, I thought that room with the giant padlock was the one I was supposed to be going into, but it's not that one. Also, you can see from this menu, you can't even switch what plasmids you can use. It wasn't this door, it was the door down at the end. Gotta make sure I've got all the proper weapons I need, specifically the crossbow. So this one is where important shit happens. I'll just shut my mouth for this one.
Clinical trial protector system, plasmid lot 255. Dr. Su Chung, client Ryan Industries. Very frustrating day. I can't seem to get the damn big daddies to imprint on the little brats. The protection bond is just not forming.
Papa Suchong?
Get away. Maybe if I modify the genetic sequence. Shush. The sequence to allow for. Get away, you filthy little shit! What? What are you doing? Get back! Get back!
Well, now we know how Suchong died. So yeah, that was Suchong right there. Man, terrible way to go, but you don't fucking bitch slap a kid. And there's the other lot 192. And that completely gets rid of our,
Now you are having freedom.
yeah.
Suchong's drugs should have no hold on you. Take the bathysphere to Point Prometheus. It is time for this matter to be settled.
I swear I'm really bad with aiming. Oh yeah, this is the next area I was talking about. Yeah, the fucking bloody walls here, that's... bleh.
You. Hey.
I'm glad they have those, what are those cans called?
With this?
God, me just standing there like a fucking idiot while I'm getting shot at. There's one thing I don't like, it's that, as soon as you try to shoot someone after you hit them with plasmid, that kind of just lessens the plasmid's effects. That's a little annoying every time that's happened. Medical Expert 3. First aid kits give you... There's another one. Glad I got an auto hack tool for this. There's actually another drone on the side. I always love having drones on your side. So, now we've got ourselves free from Suchong's drugs. Basically at a point where we can go and fight Fontaine now. And now that we've done that, a whole bunch of new enemies have popped out. A whole bunch of new enemies are going to be popping in on our way back. I thought there'd be a lot more enemies in the area, but guess not. Alright, so.
Welcome to the circus of
Always gotta buy some more stuff from a vending machine. And then our way back here. I believe the drone didn't follow me. So, that's kind of sad. Oh wait. Nope, did hear it. There it is. There's one point where the drone just stops following me, I think. Because I think someone kills it. Which sucks, but I always like having a little drone buddy follow me. Oof. God, it's always the ones with the machine guns that are the most annoying. It takes forever for them to fucking bite the bullet. So, now that I had full control of my plasmids again, I was like, okay, why don't we go and actually spend some of the atom. But there's just a random Big Daddy roaming around, so gotta be careful where I was walking or what I was shooting at. Alright. I think I got Incinerate 3, because that one really helped me. Yeah, my whole thing is just one hand use Electro Bolt, other hand Incinerate 3. And, yeah, we're good for business. Oh my god, I'm getting tired. Ooh. Okay, I've got 10 minutes left of this. I do like how your hand looks like every time you upgrade, it changes a little bit. For the first one, it was just a little bit of burning marks on your fingertips. The second one, they increase the burning effect all the way over your hand. And then the third one, they do like blue flame tips on your hand instead. So. So what I realize is that if the Big Daddy has if the Big Daddy doesn't have a little sister effect, it will kind of just ignore you. There really wasn't any reason trying to fight these natural splicers. They were just annoying me, so. I thought, why not? Where'd that Big Daddy go? Oh, coming around the corner here, this was annoying. I don't know who would put a security camera right there, but thanks for that. Either way, they're not that hard to kill, so like whatever. I thought there was a whole bunch of corpses around me, so I was I'm like, oh shit, are they like right beside me? But no, they all spawned up over there. Yeah, this is around the point where I think someone had already killed my, someone killed my drone, so.
Put him where I can see him!
Ooh, that burns so good. Just wish I could have done it over top of a gas leak. That would have burned them both alive, but whatever. There it is.
Only making it worse for yourself.
So I don't know if it means like if you hit them multiple times while they're on fire, it'll do more damage. I'd have to look into that. Because it always says that if you hit someone with Incinerate, you hit them again, it'll increase the heat. But yeah, I'm not really sure.
Ryan's gonna be there for you when you're down and out? No! Fontaine! Fontaine's the man with the helping hand!
Gotta check every corpse and every garbage can. Probably should have came back through here, but didn't bother.
Couldn't mad when I started playing the charity angle. Fontaine's home for the poor. Before I knew it, I was calling myself Atlas and leading an army. Ryan and his precious rapture. You don't have to build a city to make people worship you. Just make the chumps believe they're worth a nickel.
Oh, fucking hell, Fontaine.
You broke the spell! But laying all your chips on Mother Goose, it's not like you've never been double-crossed before. You know what I'm saying? Hoof it to Point Prometheus. We'll discuss this like men. You, me, a submarine topside, and more at him than you can possibly imagine.
Oh boy, Fontaine. Alright, so we're coming up on the end here. We head over to the next area, for sure. Oh. But we don't do that much in there yet. Alright, another bath sphere. And this is the part where I realized I don't think we're fully done yet, because there's 2 extra areas here that we haven't gotten to. 1 extra area, actually. There's 1 area here that we have not gotten to, so we're almost done, but we're not. We still got a way to go. I think we're hitting like the final act here. We're hitting the climax. Point Prometheus. Oh. And
Alright. You looking to slug it out? I'm game. But I got all the atom in the city, pal. I ain't shy about using it. Now, I'm Jake to take her out for a spin.
What is this you wait for? Go and get this idiot!
so I had no idea this guy had like fucking super strength. Because I couldn't really go anywhere while this fire was happening. Could have probably tried jumping over it, but yeah, you see how that worked out. Trying to hack it, nope, not gonna work, so just gotta kill them. That sucks, but what are you gonna do? Alright, we're coming up on the last 2 minutes here. So I'll just let you guys watch this. And oop.
You and Frau Kraut. You keep on coming, and Rapture's a fish tank.
Shite! You let him get away. Oh, I need a moment for thinking. Ah, but of course. This will be no problem. Find a Big Daddy and search his body. I would suggest you to be finding a dead one. You see the
Suit
suit
control system.
The good, get it.
Alright,
Step one
so
of turning you into one of those disgusting Big Daddies.
the last thing I do here.
The only way to get through that door Fontaine went through is to have a little one open it for you. But they will only trust you if you look like, sound like, and even smell like one of those big, stinky brutes.
Alright, this is pretty much where we're going to be ending here. We upgrade our weapon, we upgrade our shotgun, I believe, and that's pretty much going to be it. Alright, so next time we're going to try and look for a little sister to help us get to Fontaine. Alright guys, that's going to be it, and I will see you all next time. Peace.